My name is Sebastian Tosegi Sabbath. I'm in 5th grade and I go to University Park Elementary School. This summer I went with the Intelligence in Motion where my dad does and learned about the Civil War. So this is where the cornfield is and I'm in the background somewhere around there. And we're walking up to this cannon right here where Johnny Cook was, that one. And so when the battle happened, the corn used to be 5 feet tall, but then after the battle, it was short. But in 4 months in September, it's gonna grow, so it's gonna be taller in 4 months. So.
And where would the soldiers walk?
They would walk in the corn to hide.
Can you show it to laser how they walked?
They walked there.
That way. But which way were the Union soldiers walking?
They were walking the other way.
Right, going after the Confederates.
So, we're black, we're walking this way, and the red citizens, and they're walking this way. Mm-hmm. And then, this is me and Alessio on the cannon, where the cannon was in the background, or on the other slide. And this was where Johnny Cook was. And he was about our age, and there were little kids in the war about his age, or our age too. And they fought, and some of them died, and a few of them lived. And the artillery were important because they could blow people up from far away. And if anybody got close, they could just blow their heads off. And what's right there is a haversack, and that's where soldiers carried all their food and other stuff. Alessio's not wearing his, I don't know why.
Tell me a little bit about what was in your haversack and who you were and who Alessio was.
I was Stewart, J.E.B. Stewart. I don't remember what Alessio was, but every time we got candy, we put it in it, and yeah. So.
Every time you got Civil War candy?
Yeah, we put it.
What did you learn about your guy?
Well,
from the cavalry?
He helped Stonewall Jackson in one of the wars, and he was he commanded the cavalry, and he was a good spy. Reconnaissance, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think Alessio was Gordon, right?
Yeah, he was John Brown Gordon.
Not John Brown.
John
Gordon, I think.
John Gordon.
Yeah, John Brown was a different guy.
Yeah.
That was an abolitionist. Gordon, right? He got his face blown off at Sunken Road.
Oh, God.
Bloody Lane. His face was blown off.
Oh.
All right. I think you can pause it.
Okay. This is Levy's friend Alvaro sitting on a cannon with his iPad videotaping or taking pictures. Yeah, right there. This is the iPad, and this is him. And the cannon is right here. So he's just sitting down. Nobody knows what he's doing. He's just taking a video. Here is a video of my crazy dad, the leader of this trip, pretending that he is a Union soldier marching down the row of corn.
March down the rows of corn like this. March, march, march. Of course, this corn was 5 feet high. Right? The corn was 5 feet high.
When we were at the cornfield, we walked into this wooded area and we found this memorial, and his name was James L. Clater, and he probably died under the command of Mansfield. And this was when the Unions were attacking from the woods, and probably somebody put this memorial this year. One of his family members or something, and he was killed September 17th, 1862.
Wasn't that the day of Antietam?
Yeah.
That was the day of. So he died on at the battle.
Mm-hmm.
In the cornfield, just to the edge of the cornfield where we were.
Yeah.
You remember walking through the East Woods, right, with your buddies?
Yeah. So this is when he died on September 17th, as you see on his grave thing or whatever memorial. And here it says CO.C46PAVOLNINF.
It was infantry.
Infantry?
Not
Yeah.
artillery, but infantry.
Yeah, and his name was James L. Clater.
Right.
So he died in the East Woods, in the woods.
So how was infantry different than artillery?
Well, they used like guns and all that, when artillery used big cannons. This is the sunken road right here. This is like the second part of the battle because it was after the cornfield and the Confederates were right here. They were laying down with their guns and the Unions were like up here. Right over there somewhere, and the Confederates down here. So the Union's cannons were up there, and their other soldiers were just like running down the hill, trying to attack. So then when the Confederates saw them, they just shot at them, and it was like an easy target for them. And they were trying to shoot them with the cannons, but it was kind of hard, and the fences were blocking the shots, and so was the sunken road because
The trench, right?
yeah, the trench.
And do you remember the name of the brigade that fell here for the
Irish
North?
Brigade.
That's the memorial that's in the next slide.
And so that's the sunken road right there.
And what was do you remember the other name for Sunken Road? We learned about it during the trip.
No.
Bloody Lane.
Oh yeah, Bloody Lane.
Right. And why did it get the name Bloody Lane?
Because so many people died and there was so much blood on the ground.
So the blood kind of formed a big puddle here.
Yeah.
Pretty gross to think about, isn't it?
Yeah. This is where we're lying down in the sunken road, also known as Bloody Lane. This is me and my friend McLeod. We're pretending to shoot guns. Yeah. And so we're pretending to be Confederate soldiers, and all these people here, Liam right here, Mobby, little Jonah in the background, big Jonah, and Alessio and Rodrigo, we're laying down and we're pretending to shoot the Unions that are like running down and trying to...
The Union soldiers.
Yeah, the Union soldiers.
It's funny that the Confederates are called Confederates, but the Union soldiers aren't called Unions. They're called Union soldiers.
Oh.
I don't know why, but we don't call Unions Unions.
So this is the sunken road right here. And these are the fences that stop them right here behind Mobby. And that's what stopped some of the bullets, and also the grass did, because it's sunken down and they were like laying down on it so they could shoot. And yeah, so there, as you can see, it says that right here is the Irish Brigade Memorial Tower where all the Irish soldiers died in this war. And this is the sunken road right here.
They died in the road.
Yeah, they died in the road. And in another slide, you're going to see us up in there. But right now, we're just talking about all of the people that died here during the battle. So the Unions couldn't get it from here. They couldn't come around here and attack them. So they went around the side to attack them, like right here or over there, and attack them from this side. Yeah, it's called flanking, like what my dad said. And so people died, and they made a memorial tower over there. And if you go up to the top, over there, up to the way top, right there, you can see the whole battlefield basically in the cornfield. So this is the front of the tower where you walk in, and later in this video you'll see my dad walk up and you'll see how high it is. And he's walking up to videotape us because we're already up there. So you're going to see him go in there, right in there. And then here it is.
We are at the Irish Brigade Tower. This is a monument for the Irish Brigade. Fell here. And all the kids are up now. Workout, huh?
Get inside, guys.
Hello.
So the cornfield's way over there, guys. That's way over there is where we were. That's the Mumford Farm right there. Over there is the cornfield. From that farm to those farm buildings, all the way over there. Over there. To there. Okay, I'm gonna walk down.
The Union came up this tower?
Yeah, built the late 59. Careful of that, guys. What?
It was not here during the
Tower
war.
was built like tourist attraction. The army was trying to.
Hey, stay away from the side. I'm going to lift you up in a minute, Balaj. Here we are at the top of the Irish Brigade Tower. We have a panoramic view of the entire... Balaj, you're going down with me. Wait. No, not over there. Wait over here. Hey, wait over here.
Liam's gone. He didn't come out. Hey, look at another tower.
So one of my friends said that the Union troops were firing from up here, but that's not true because it wasn't around during the battle. Because the battle started in 1862.
Mm-hmm.
And
When was this tower built?
It was built in
35, 40 years later.
Yeah, 35 to 40 years later.
1890s.
Yeah, so.
Not possible, right, to be shooting up here.
This is me right here at the top of the tower. And my dad took a picture of all of us. And we're looking down towards the battlefield and Bloody Lane. So in the next slide, you're going to see how it looks like from up here to look down. So this is the top of the tower, and this is Sunken Road right here. And this is one of my friend's mom, Carol. She's going to our cars, which is over there. And so you can actually see her from all the way up here. And this is the cornfield, I think, right?
Another cornfield,
Yeah,
not the one we went to.
another cornfield, but
The other cornfield we went to was far
and
from
so
here.
the back here somewhere is where we were lying down, and like the fences start from all the way back there, even farther, and come all the way up here and behind the memorial tower, and then more over here too. And so yeah. This is the bridge that Burnside tried to cross right here. And next to is the witness tree. When that was happening, it was little, small baby tree, but right now it's big.
Do you remember the kind of tree? It's a sycamore.
Sycamore, yeah.
Beautiful tree.
And these are where the soldiers were buried, the rocks, and they put the wooden plates from the planks from the bridge.
These right here.
Yeah, those ones right here. and they put them up here, like that.
To mark all the dead Union
Yeah,
soldiers.
and they wrote their names on it. And so Burnside tried to cross this, and artillery and infantry were shooting at them.
From where?
From the top of the hill, like right here.
Mhm.
I'm actually gonna from like right there. So Burnside didn't notice that there was a ford far over there.
About a half a mile downstream.
And-
Antietam Creek, right? This is Antietam Creek.
So
You see Antietam Creek right there?
Yeah.
That's Antietam Creek.
and those are some of my friends videotaping, but he just wouldn't give up. Burnside just tried to get across, but they were failing. So then this scout or like spy looked down half a mile of this river and he saw a ford. So then he told Burnside and everybody else. So then they went around into the other side, and then they attacked them from.
They went over the bridge?
No, they went over the ford because it's shallow, and then from far back over there they attacked the Confederates.
Mhm.
So that happened, and then they won.
Well, it was considered a tactical draw.
Oh.
The Confederates had the edge. And do you remember what Abraham Lincoln issued at the end of this battle?
What does Emancipation Proclamation?
Right, and what did that do to slaves?
It freed slaves.
Not completely,
I know, but
right? That wouldn't happen until the end of the war. You remember we saw Lincoln? Remember the amendment? Do you remember what amendment? What amendment was passed?
The 13th Amendment.
You got it, the 13th Amendment, which totally freed slaves, at least in theory. Well done, Sebastian. Do you have anything else you want to say?
Yeah, aren't there like still slaves in some places?
Yes, in some parts of the world, unfortunately. Right, there's still slavery still exists,
Yeah.
but not in this country, thank God.
I know.
It took a long time for our country to shake off that evil.
Uh,
All right, well done. Do you want to say goodbye to your listeners on YouTube?
Bye.
Would you recommend that they go to Harper's Ferry in Antietam to learn more about the Civil War?
Yeah. But I just have one more thing to say.
Yes.
They should have just blown up the bridge, and then they couldn't get across anyway. And then they would just go to the ford and...
I don't know if the cannons were strong enough to blow up the bridge.
Oh.
How was it for you to be around the witness tree? Was that a powerful thing?
Yeah.
Did it feel like a holy tree, spiritual? Did
Yeah.
it feel like it could talk to you?
I felt like I could like see. It felt like I saw people and all that in the war.
Were you part of the group that wrapped your arms around the tree?
Yeah.
I wish I had it on my other camera. I have a picture of you guys wrapping your arms. How many kids did it take to wrap your arms around the tree? Do you remember?
8.
8 of you?
I remember. I
Wow.
think like about 8, 7.
Did
8.
anyone kiss the tree?
No.
No one kissed the tree?
I
Okay.
don't think anybody did. But we thought we saw bullet shots in it, like
Ooh.
right there somewhere. But I don't know if it is, cause
Looks like a
But-
big cannon blast right there.
yeah.
But cannons would have been coming down from here, so they would have hit the other side of the tree. It's amazing it survived.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for your hard work, Sheb.
Okay.
Good job.
Thank you.